What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And to start this video, we are going to start doing some drift prep for our first event of the year, which is Midnight Madness on June 19th in St. Louis, or right outside of St. Louis at Worldwide International Raceway, I think is what it's called. Anyway, I haven't been able to purchase my own trailer yet. I got a family vacation later off this month, so that's going to take what I could use for a trailer. So next year I plan on getting one, but my buddy let me borrow his, and it's got a bent axle, which is not a huge deal. But what we got to do to start prepping is we got to swap this tire and that rear tire right there. Swap those over. Hopefully these will last the 2-hour trip there and back. He told me if one blows, just go ahead and keep driving on it. But we'll see what happens. Might see if my brother has a spare trailer tire for that rear there, or two rear tire spares maybe if I can borrow. I don't know. We'll find out. As you guys seen, this is another day, and we just got done with the trailer, hopefully. I still got to do some wiring to make sure it works, but I'm not going to do that till I hook the trailer up at the end of this video and start loading the truck up, maybe. We'll see. But as you see, we got the tires swapped, and it's almost good to go. Just got to work on a little bit of wiring and hope that those tires in the back don't pop on the way home. So it's my buddy's trailer, and I had some used tires in that barn over there, but they're a little dry rotted, and I don't think a tire replace. If I had my own tire machine, I would mount them. They'd be better than what's on there, but I don't know if an actual shop would mount them since they're a little dry rotted. But anyway, the rest of the project today, before the drift event, is I want to make this truck more like a unibody, and that is by doing solid cab mounts. Made these earlier. They're not perfectly flat, but once you tighten them down, that sheet metal will form to it, and it'll be alright. I did the best I could with what I got. I don't have a lathe to make it 100%, but it's within 32nd, 64th. You know, it's really fucking close. But we got two fronts. My front's here because I went ahead and I had to go to the parts store. I needed 2 longer bolts for the subframe. Those ones were holding on by like 1/4 inch. Not good enough for a drift event. And there's our front ones. We got our 2 fronts. We got our 2 backs. And I also went to the parts store, or Royal King I should say, and got some grade 10.9 bolts. They're stronger than grade 8s for the cab mounts. And I'm also going to do I was going to do lock washer, but I'm going to do Loctite. And I don't want that lock washer flying off. And I'm going to torque them to like 130, 140 foot-pounds when I'm done. And with Loctite it should stay. So I shouldn't have any problems with these moving. They're 3-inch round, solid aluminum. Bolt holes go, or the bolts go right through. Of course I grabbed the one with a washer, or with a nut on it. Just like that. All the way through, with a little bit of wiggle room, but not much. Just good enough. And I also got this disc, this flapper disc for my my angle grinder. So what we got to do is I already worked on the front and got the front bushing out. Show you guys. I already got the front bushing out and that one cut. I didn't like it how it was. But what we gotta use the angle grinder for, this little piece here is integrated in the actual top, or the bushing that's in between the frame. So without taking the whole cab off 2-3 inches and then out, even more than that, I went ahead and I cut this off because I'm not reusing these ever again. Yeah, this is getting solid mounted, more unibody style, no more flex in the cab, no more sway like when transitioning. It'll help with control in my opinion, because the cab does move probably ½ inch or ¼ inch at least back and forth, you know. Anyway, but we gotta get this, use that flapper disc to cut this off, and the bushing will slide right out, and I can slide the new hard bushing in and then run the bolt down. But enough talk, let's just get to it. Been on the truck for a while now. I think all the fab work is done finally, but it turned out a lot better on this side, the driver side. I still gotta do the passenger side, but I'll show you guys step for step. This side's been hit or miss on the recording side of it because I've been winging it and just trying things. Here's the front. We got our main bushing there, or solid mount. And then I was just going to do the washers, as you see there, under the nut, but I noticed the washers were collapsing. So what I did is I did I don't know if you guys can tell, but a ½ inch piece of aluminum on the bottom side, and then a washer, then my nut. So it's sandwiching. The mount is sandwiched between. I can't give you guys a good angle. You can kind of see it there. See the thickness there on the bottom. The thickness on top. This one turned down on the rear even better because it has like this little sandwich piece between 3 pieces. I was gonna get a shorter bolt, but I was like, man, you know what? I could actually fill that in. I got enough aluminum. So we got our solid piece up here. Then we got, oh, if I'd focus. Then we got another solid piece right there. What I did is I tightened these up tight, and I measured from the bottom of the cab mount, frame mount here, on the inside to the top of this, and it was 3 millimeters. So I made another little 3 millimeter bushing or spacer, and now it's bolted in like factory, but it's solid mounted with aluminum, so I don't have to worry about those rusting. We'll have to see how durable they are, like long term. It's pretty solid. They shouldn't squish or anything. It's only holding a cab. It shouldn't do anything. It's not billet aluminum, but it's solid. Besides the hole that I drilled, so it shouldn't pinch. But anyway, I'll show you guys, besides the cutting of those little bushings, these little pieces here, I'll show you guys step for step on the other side what's going on. Just like that, we got that piece cut. That bushing's ready to come out. But before we raise it, we gotta work on this bushing here, get it off, and then raise it up, take both bushings out. Do it that way instead of trying to do it one at a time. Get our bottom bushing off after we get the nut off. dirt comes out of it. Pull our bolt out. Be back when I cut that off. Just like that, we got that one out. We'll throw our solid one in. Bolt in. I put 2 little washers in there to fill the gap and kind of help center it. Hope they'll stay in there once it's nice and tight. And we'll put, well, I can do this without knocking them out. The other one stayed pretty easily. Okay, get that one started. Out with our old, in with the new. Grab our spacer. Can't forget our bracket. I don't know how much you guys see of that, but we got our back bushing in. Just like that, all torqued down, front and the rear. Turned out a lot better than I planned on. I didn't even really plan on using those little rear brackets on the back. But we got the front done as well. There. But now what we gotta do, I really want to take a shower, so I might as well just do it now, is we gotta put those longer subframe bushing bolt that I got in. Might as well torque all of them down. The old and in with the new longer bolt. Alright, I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I don't know why I'm so bright. But solid cab mounts. Besides the radiator support, I gotta order some more aluminum. But other than that, she's officially a unibody truck. Everything's solid mounted except the subframe and the front suspension. So I mean, should just drive just like a 240. All my buddies say it drives just like a 240. But we gotta finish the trailer, get and check on Midnight Madness's website about what's all needed for. I'm gonna take the tailgate, but I'm gonna try to run without it. If they say something, I can put it on. But, yeah. I guess we'll do our battery covers next, and I'm not really sure. It's another day, and I'm a little mad at myself. Would have been a cool little part of the video. After we did the cabs, I took it for a drive. Went to this, I don't know, about a mile down the road. There's a parking lot where there's 3 docks, people can fish. There's a not a jungle gym, like a little park for kids and stuff. Anyway, I looked up a bunch of videos. That's how I've been trying to learn. And from a dead stop, turn your steering wheel one way or the other, start going, and let off and see if it countersteers. Well, the truck wasn't countersteering. Like, dang, I've got a week to freaking make this truck to the track, and it's not countersteering. So I drove back home, looked at it, I was like, man, both tires look like they're towed in quite a bit, and I know towing out a degree helps a lot. So I towed it out on both sides, and I actually went back down, and man, this thing's countersteering. Like, I couldn't even make a full turn before this thing was wanting to go straight. So I was very excited about that, but I wish I recorded the process. But anyway, back to doing a little bit more drift prep. We have got to do our battery covers, which I decided to go to our local, what do you call it, Roll King, and I got these terminals here. You're supposed to slide them on, but the truck's idling good, and I don't want to fuck up the idle with the electronic throttle, so I slid it. We're just going to slide these on and use some zip ties real quick. Got our negative. We'll slide this bad boy on here. Hopefully these actually work. I don't know. I think these were meant for a different style terminal. There we go. Next thing that after the terminal covers is I finally got a fire extinguisher that we are going to mount, at least hopefully mount. It's a very cheap looking plastic mount, but at least it'll be mounted, I guess. The tech sheet really didn't say anything about needing one. I went ahead and found me a nice little location. Cut a little bit of the carpet out. I think it'll fit nice. Just like that. Out of the way of the passenger. At least that's what I'm hoping. Grab our fire extinguisher, snap her in there. There we go, we got a fire extinguisher mounted. Just like that, we got our fire extinguisher mounted. We got our battery cables in. All the loose stuff is out. I vacuumed it. These are gonna stay in. Yeah, I don't think everything's good under the hood. I know that for a fact. But I think that's where I'm going to leave this video. I think next video will be at the track, I hope. We'll see you guys at the track. Appreciate you guys watching.